going to do too many live streams on this channel because it is more about doing things. It's called Marianne Living Life, so you don't want me to just turn it into the same as my other channel, Marianne Hanson Counselling Service, where I go live every Monday. But what I thought is, because it's the first of the month, one of my one of my challenges that I'm setting myself is to do 30 minutes of exercise every day throughout August. So that's where I'm starting now. I'm doing a 30-minute walk. I'll probably end up doing like an hour. It's a beautiful park. It's a really big park as well, so you'll see some of the scenery. So I thought I might as well go live here, because at least it means you're going to have a better background than me just doing a live stream with me sitting down like I normally do. So yesterday I was reading a book, which I've done a book review about this book, and another challenge I'm going to set myself, but it might be for maybe next month or maybe even next year. In 2023 I did a challenge to read a book every week and then review it. So I think this time round I'm going to probably listen to an audiobook every day throughout. I'm either thinking whether to do it for a month and then review it, or to do it for the whole of next year. And the book that I was listening to yesterday, which, because I was talking to one of my clients about this, is called Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. So in his book, it's all about like avoiding procrastination. It's all about, thanks for joining, whoever's joining. It's all about this idea of like, creating lists, achieving goals, avoiding procrastination, and figuring out why you're procrastinating in the first place, so then you can put systems in place. And it was really powerful, because for me, this is where like the first of the month is a big like time to like put your house in order, if you like. I love these light flowers here. I'm going to walk back this way actually, because just because. So in that book, these are a few tips that I took from it and that I'm going to implement as well. The first one was about writing down your goals. So I do this anyway. I write down, and it doesn't just talk about writing down your goals. Let me just sit for a minute. It talks about, let me find a nice bench to sit on. That one was a bit dirty. It talks about writing down your goals, but he said you should have daily goals. So that might be you write down what you're going to do for the day. Then he said you should have weekly goals. So obviously you write down what you're planning for the week. Then you have monthly goals. So what are you going to plan for August? And this is a good time to be doing this, because obviously we're at the beginning of the month. So it would be good to sit down and review what your goals are for August. Then he said you should have another high, I can't see who that is, Axeler, I think it's called. Right, I'm going to sit down a minute, because you're going to get dizzy with me walking around. I'll carry on with my walk in a minute. So you should write. So every day you should write down everything you want to achieve for that day. Then you should have your goals for the week. Then you should have your goals for the month, and then your goals for the year. And then this is something which I put in place when I read this book the first time. He said you should have, hi Boris Johnson, he said you should have like a goals for the, like where there's no deadline to them. So you would have this big list, which would include, hi Logan, can I get something please, a nod? Or I don't know what that says. So anyway, back to this book. So it's basically putting your goals in order, or being more systemized with everything. So before you go to bed, it's saying you should write down what you want to achieve the next day. Then you should then have a goal of what you want to achieve that week, goals. Then you should have goals that you want to achieve that month. And we're starting the beginning of the month, so it's a good opportunity to be writing down your goals for August. And finally, you should have goals for the year. And then the longer list is just more of like long-term goals where there's no limit to, and I've done this. So in my folders, I've got a list of things that I want to do this month, because it's my birthday month, so there might be lots of activities and things in there. I've got a list of things I want to achieve next year. I've already started working on that. And I've got like long-term goals, which mean I'll keep walking actually. It's probably part of my challenge to keep walking. So part of the other list is just things where, so for example, it's going to be things like I want to get more qualifications as a counsellor, so I want to get an official qualification as a couples counsellor. I work with couples, but I've done some training, but I've not got the official qualification. Then there's other things I want to do. Family therapy, that's another one on the list. So those things are not, there's no like timeline for them. They're just things that can happen anytime, but they're still on the list. They're still on my list. So apart from achieving goals, and also just to let people know, because I can see there's people on this live, what I'm going to be doing this month, not only because it's my birthday month, but also because it's a new month of, you just start, when you start the beginning of the month, you just feel revived and re-energized. I'm going to be doing a lot more sort of motivational type videos because I'm also a coach. I'm not just a counsellor. So I will be putting more stuff like that on here, but obviously this is my other channel. The main channel, who's that? Hush Nebek. So my main channel, which I started first on here, is my counselling channel called Marianne Hanson Counselling Service. I then set this one up because I thought, well, there's things I do where I go travelling, or look, this is the views. There's a little lake behind here. I thought, I can't really put all when I go on holiday, or hi Mr. Pito or whatever, I can't put that on my business page, so I set this up. And I do mostly want to do I play Toka? No, I don't know what that means. So I think, today it just feels, I don't know how anyone else feels, but I feel really energized. I think the beginning of the month, I was saying the beginning of the year then, you just have this energy, this is to me, where you can then start again. So if you've had a bad month in July, you can almost say to yourself, thanks Paul, you can say, I'm going to start the new month in a different way. So tell me what some of your goals are as I continue on my walk, because I'm going to end this live stream soon. I'm not going to make it too long. I can see someone walking backwards up there. There's a lady walking backwards up the hill. That's a new one. I might join her. What would happen if I started walking backwards? She'd think I'd be taking the mickey out of her. But yeah, this park is a big park. I'm just going to go up this hill. I'm not going to walk up backwards like that lady. So it's just all about motivating, encouraging, pushing yourself. So my challenge for this month for me is to do 30 minutes of exercise every day throughout August. Then I've got my birthday this month, so I've got some birthday plans, which I'll obviously vlog those as well. Yesterday, I was up till about 11 o'clock. I was doing goal setting, planning, preparing. I want to do more videos around that as well, which is around this idea of planning for the future, preparing for the future, preparing as far ahead and planning as far ahead as you can, because what happens is sometimes we're so stuck in where we are now, we're thinking, oh, things are bad now, I've got no money now, or this is happening, or that's happening. But there's a book called Be Your Future Self Now. That's another book I'd recommend. And what that book's about is really, if you want to get somewhere in the future, you have to start planning and preparing for it now. It makes sense anyway, doesn't it really? But what people do is they stay focused either on the past, they stay focused if they're in a bad space. I'm out of breath now walking up this hill. I've got to breathe. They stay focused on all the things that have happened, all the things that are holding them back. And you've got to say that if you want to achieve something in the future, you've got to start planning for it. Like, for a good example is yesterday when I was doing all my planning. Some of my goals I'm thinking I want to achieve them by next year, a year from now. There's things I'm looking at by next Christmas. There's things that I've got planned for, and people are going to say, well, you don't know what's going to happen between now and then. Of course you don't. There's no guarantees. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen in the next hour, the next minute. It doesn't mean you're going to stop planning. It doesn't mean you're not going to stop being hopeful, putting things in place, building the roots. So for me, that's really important. I can't believe how, you can tell how unfit I am. That's why I've incorporated this 30 minutes of exercise every day. Because I sit a lot, because I work from home and also I'm doing counselling, I'm sitting a lot. I've noticed that getting up in between my counselling appointments and doing a few stretches really helps, but I just still need to do regular exercise. So one of the things that I'll hopefully improve is lung capacity, because you can see I'm out of breath just from walking up this little hill. I'll do a bit of yoga. I want to get back into my Pilates. I want to go for my regular walks, and hopefully I won't be this out of breath, because this is a little bit embarrassing. People look at me and they go, oh, everyone goes, you're in shape and stuff. And I think, well, yeah, physically, but I'm not, like, my fitness levels are not good, and that's not good. So what are your goals? What are you going to set? What goals are you going to set for this year? For this month even, or for the year? And I will probably be more organised next time, because I was thinking in my head, what am I going to talk about? And I was talking about goal setting, but I forgot to bring my notes from that book, Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy, because that's got all it's more succinct, more clarified, yeah, it's more clear. And I think for me, what I've noticed is that's a train going past, when I'm just doing a live stream and I'm not making it structured, even for you guys, but also for myself, I probably don't give you the bullet points that you need. This beautiful park, can you see? It's really nice. But yeah, I think I'll leave it there and just say to everyone, have a fantastic August, make it count. There's 31 days. What I love about the first of the month is that you've got 30 or 31 days, or in February 28, 29 days to make a difference, but you have to say to yourself every day, you have to make it count. So you have to start now. I've got up today. I didn't need to come to the park today. You've put Les. Why is that man hiding in the bushes? There's no one hiding in the bushes. Robert, you've said something. I'm not telling you how old I am. Why do you need to know my age? Right, there's people on these live streams. It's so funny. Anyway, that's it. Just get out and about. If it's exercise you need to do, then go and do that. If it's money that you need to start doing, setting your goals with money plans, do that. I think I'll go over there. If it's, relationship goals that you have, then do that. But whatever your goals are, set your goals, start today. Let me know in the comments, if you've got specific goals that you want to set. And I'll see you all soon. Have a fantastic month and a fantastic day. Bye.